It's a little hard sometimes to rest, unwind. Holla if you're here because you want to leave your stress behind. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanna bury your sorrow in a vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we're brave. Can't take you over deeply, your appetite. Got the vibe, honey. We got the specialist beat secret supply. We put it down, and I'll be telling us, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lift and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out the hyper, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lift and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out the, and you'll be singing, oh yeah. You'll be singing, oh yeah, in no time. Like I don't wanna go, like I don't wanna go. And you'll be singing, oh yeah. You'll be singing, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get out here. It's a little hard sometimes to feel the quiet. Holla if you're settling, we'll let it spin whenever tired. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanted us to take control with the vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we're brave. Can't take you over deplete your appetite. That's a vibe, honey. We got the specialist beat secret supply. We put it down, and they'll be telling us, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lit the lights up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out the hyper, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lit the lights up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out the, you'll be singing out here in no time. Like I don't wanna go home. You'll be singing, oh yeah. I don't wanna go
Well, welcome in everybody to Phillip Island Raceway for round 2 of the Kiwi Sim Racing Gen 3 Genesis Series. Tonight we are in for a 90-minute endurance race. Calling the race alongside me tonight, it's going to be our regular Kiwi Sim Racing commentator Thomas McEwen. And alongside him, it will be Dion Gregory. And well, tonight, we should be in for an action-packed night of racing. As you can see, wet conditions here early at Phillip Island. To be fair, not really expected, but here we are. Tomo, thoughts on the conditions out there at the moment?
Good day to be a duck.
Yeah, too right. And also, Dion, welcome into the comp spots, mate. Another Tuesday night for you. Another endurance race, which you've suddenly become accustomed to, but tonight not quite the 2-hour distance, only 90 minutes tonight. I say only, we'll try and get through it anyway.
Well, hey, well, I'm fairly excited to see the rain, so pretty sure the rain's going to provide plenty of entertainment, man, so there's going to be plenty to talk about, so I'm not worried about action, that's for sure.
Yeah, too right, and a few minutes to go here in qualifying. Of course, 15-minute session for the drivers to set their quickest lap so far. Simmons leads the way from our championship leader. No surprises there. Ewan Baker, after starting out well last week. Of course, we missed that night, but we're here for the rest of the series, so at least we get to see some supercar action and, yes, rain. Rain, rain, rain. Not even in the forecast. Tomo, points, you can update us on those after round 1 last week.
Yeah, so Ewan Baker is leading it out from Robert Henry, who's 4 points behind. Then Xavier Simmons and Bradley Danley are tied for 3rd, and then down in 5th is Dylan Jordan with only 20 points separating the top 5.
Yeah, there you go. I'm just having a look through the timing charts, and I cannot see Brady Stanley in the lineup tonight, so he's up in the standings, not here tonight, but massive field of cars tonight. Looks like 35 cars.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. It's going to be busy, so they'll all be punched together off the start, so there'll be plenty of action for the first couple of laps, I can imagine.
Yeah, here's hoping, that's for sure. Of course, weather changing conditions throughout the day too, so at some point will we see the track dry out. Drivers have to come down pit lane, get some slicks on, and change all of a sudden their setup. I know throughout the whole practice it was raining.
Yeah, well, I believe there's a very, very low chance of rain, I think. Wasn't the server was set for? That was what it was.
Yeah, like, what was it, Tomo? 20% or something? Chance of rain?
20% chance of rain.
Yeah, so
And
it's
here
a
we
fairly
are.
low chance. So guys probably wouldn't have expected too much.
No.
But yeah, turn up today and she's raining. I guess you've got to adapt to it pretty quickly, yeah.
Yeah, well, one way or another. Of course, I believe last week there wasn't any rain, so a bit of a change up Phillip Island, like Big Pop said in the chat. You wouldn't read about it, but here we are. They must be at Waikaraka Park, only on a high tide, mate. Simmons, Simmons, a minute to go in quali for the drivers now, and that grid's starting to shape up. B Party's jumped up to P3 in the standings. Just watching Robert Henry at the moment. He sits P4. Will be another contender in the series, sitting P2 after the first week. So no doubt we'll see him at the pointy end of the series throughout it as well. Hopefully a bit more luck than what he's had in the previous seasons. Towards the end of the season it's fallen away for him, but looking to go better tonight this series, I should say. Jack Groenwald here to give it a go. He's been battling hard in the Toyota 86 series that the New Zealand Sim Racing Collective's been putting together. There's been some bloody awesome racing in that, so hopefully tonight we get to see some awesome racing as well. So that brings an end to our qualifying session. Paul Stewart going to be able to finish that lap possibly, yes. Jumps up to P9.
Good one. Oh, I guess, you know, it's shaping up to be a repeat a little bit of last week. To you know, get Ewan Baker up there and Robert Henry up there. So.
Simmons P1. It's going to be an interesting race.
Top three is the top three in the championship, just a different way around. So.
It sounds like you've done plenty of meetings at Waikaraka Park before Big Pop. You know how it rolls up there. So these drivers obviously getting to finish their laps they're currently on. Just watching Josh Murdens now and how good do these fast lane esports cars look. Again, top job. No matter what series they're running in, their cars are very well presented. Mertens out there. P5, a good job in quali for him. Some of the regulars we see up the pointy end. James Jordan down in P12. Ben Doherty, P15. I asked him pre-race the chances of rain. So there's a slight chance. It has prevailed.
Well, I
turn,
guess it's,
turn one will be entertaining. You're not wrong there.
yeah, in terms of comp box, I guess we couldn't ask for much better than that, could we? So
Yeah, too right. Eric Roloff's out there. Jägermeister sponsored car.
Worked quite well last series with a what was it? It was a Robert Henry and his alcohol sponsored car. So could we see Eric Roloff's take a charge this time?
How good.
amazing amount of spray that comes off the back of these cars, though, eh? So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, how much you can and can't see down the back of the field. I believe it should be probably a standing start. I think that would be.
Yeah, I'd say we will be standing start. We're obviously just waiting for these guys to get off the track so that they will roll to the next session. Extended quali session here. 8:33 now. Oh, look at the rain. It is coming down rather heavy. Let's see what happens when we roll to the race. And there you go. It is still a fair coming down out there. So high chance we're in for a very entertaining race.
Oh, look at that. Stop raining.
Oh, just like that.
Magic.
Oh, we'll see it on and off, no doubt. Let's see if we can. Let's get this grid up on your screen. We'll try and get through this. Simmons and Baker start off the front row. Out of the row 2, it will be Robert Henry and Justin Davies. Row number 3, we'll see Josh Murdens and B Party. Row 4, we'll see Leith McClymont and Dylan Jordan. Out of row number 5, it'll be Paul Stewart and Heath Mannering. Row 6, we'll see Cam James and James Jordan. Row number 7, it'll be Craig Brock and Sam Waddell. Out of row 8, it'll be Ben Doherty and Eric Roloffs. Row number 9, Hayden Guptill and Mitch Haas. Out of row 10, it'll be Hayden Kirk and Jack Groenwald. Row 11, Paul McKenzie and Jordan Moss. Out of row 12, it'll be Caleb Beecroft and Mason Dawson. Row 13, it'll be Brad Wiggins and Jamie Stewart. Out of row 14, it'll be Martin Waugh and Bradley Robertson. Row number 15, we'll see Rob Woodworth and Cam Dance. Row 16, Luke Dilworth and Corey Crossan. Row number 17, we'll see Henry Thomas Kircher and Taylor Oakes. And off the final row, it will be Simon Honey as the Revs start to lift. Oh, we've had a jump start further back in the field.
Oh, on's around and on the fence on the inside.
Oh, it's all hell broken loose already off the start line. Spray everywhere. We watch Simmons down into turn number 1. A decent start from him. Got that car off the line beautifully.
Yep, clear track will make all the difference up there, being able to see everything, and you would have got it away. Yeah, and it's going to make a big difference having clear track.
You are not wrong there, Dion. Plenty of spray for these drivers to contend with. We'll jump on board with Robert Henry. Check out the view, early stages, and the car sliding around nervously on those cold, wet tyres.
It's very, looks like very tough, doesn't it?
She looks dicey out there, that's for sure. Oh, a pass there from Baker. Not mucking around early stages. It's past Robert Henry. And on a mission early, I can tell you that much. We're going to gain some ground. And well, I tell you what, Corey Crossan from towards the back of the grid's up to P24 already, so you saw that carnage. And Cam Dance up to P19, 18, holy smoke.
Well, he's certainly coming through the field.
Yeah, wasting no time, early stages, Cam
Oh,
Dance.
look at that.
Oh, up the inside. Is that Mitch Haas?
Got the elbows out.
No, in fact, that's Dilworth. Luke Dilworth ascending at early stages. He started towards the rear of the field as well.
Yeah, another one that started right down the back.
So there must have been some a fair bit of carnage off that start line. Well, these guys have just got out to an absolutely sensational start because they are on a mission up to P14 already. Check out that spray, cars everywhere. James Jordan, he's slow. Something's happened. Contact. Cam Dance into the back of him. Oh, and it's still going. Groenwald. Look out. She is on early here at Phillip Island.
Back up ahead.
Is that Simmons? No, Simmons still out front.
Oh, it's rejoined.
Oh, this is...
Oh,
Oh,
no.
it's
There we
absolute carnage.
go.
It is unfolding here at Phillip Island. Cars everywhere.
No way.
Holy smoke. Thanks for the sub there, Harding. Appreciate that. Carnage.
Wow.
Early stages.
What a mess.
Man, I tell you what, 90 minutes of racing, and they were racing.
That'd be half the field.
Yeah.
Half the field in that one quite easily, I would have thought. That was huge.
They were racing like it was the last lap, I can tell you that much. That was insane. It's not even in the chat there, is it wet the whole race? It's not even meant to be wet. There's like a 25% chance of rain, I believe, for the race, and yeah. iRacing doing what iRacing does. You gotta love it because you think that you're in for a dry race, and
Well, I guess that's what you get when you leave it up to chance. I mean, that's you know, it's all set up. It's set to a chance, and then the chances happen. So it's this is what we have to deal with. Everyone's on the same track, same amount of rain out there for all of them. So it's certainly it's going to be a difficult race.
there has been plenty going on out there early. Holy.
Yeah, there was a big one just before that took out quite a few. So it'll be interesting to see how that unravelled in the beginning. Get back to the replays.
Yeah, I'm just searching through the replays now, and it has been lighting up. See if we can pick some of this action up for you. We'll go back and have a look at our Speed Nation instant replay. Sam Waddell here off the track wide, so he's gone off previously to that. We'll see what's happened here. Doherty, another one who looks like he's just got out of shape. Oh no, in fact, that is the reason for that mass pile-up. Ben Doherty.
And a bit of a ping pong ball down the middle of the track there. He just kept getting hit by every single car that was coming past.
Yeah, look at that.
Right.
That is just madness. Absolute madness. Cars everywhere. Massive contact.
Is it Dilworth been hit around?
Yeah.
Oh no, Dilworth involved there.
Dilworth involved in that one. Will, yeah, James Jordan. He did not get through that either. Corey Crossan. This is going to be huge for Crossan. He's just got absolutely nowhere to go. You can see it time and time again, but that was a massive one.
Yeah, there's lots of the field there. It's come away with damage from that one there, so be interesting to see how it all pans out. And
oh yeah,
you will see, quite a few of those guys have already dropped down the field there. So how many of them have had to stop for repairs and that?
Oh, there will be a massive amount of cars down pit lane at the moment getting those repairs. I can tell you that much. Hopefully quick repairs are available for those drivers, because talk about race over early stages. Simmons out front from Baker. Robert Henry. It's P3, go back to Murdens, and then B Party. Rounds out your top 5 at the moment. I'll tell you what, there's a fair bit of separation between a lot of the field out there at the moment. But plenty still to unfold.
Yeah, so any of the drivers in pit lane. Can I answer a question real quick? Do they even have a fast repair?
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. We'll just have a look.
Because it's not anywhere on the event posts anywhere.
Well,
and I dare say a lot of people will need them.
Cam Dance, we see him now just going for an off-track excursion here. His car has definitely been repaired, so I'm going to say yes. They do have the quick repair.
Has he been down pit lane?
Oh, 100%. His car was destroyed.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
He was in the middle of all that.
That's right. He was the one who got hit several times.
Yeah.
Thrown around a bit of a ping pong ball there, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Simmons goes quickest. 142.643, and he, at the moment, has a ton of pace on that car. Out front, 1.3 second margin.
Yeah, so it's still only what's that? 2 seconds over that top 3, which is the same top 3 as last week. They've just traded positions for this week. But that Mertens is another 4 seconds back from that. But
tell you what, how good do these cars sound? Love calling some V8 racing. It's been a while since we've done it. Last year, Kiwi Sim Racing held a Supercars series, and that brought some awesome racing this year. And the new Gen 3 cars, showing them off, and man, massive entries early stages in this series. It's good to see a nice popular series being run.
I can't hear the stream there.
No, you won't be getting noise. You're just watching my projector.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm missing out.
Yeah. Turn your phone on, have a listen, tune in. Murdered's off track. Having a little moment.
6. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, Paul Stewart's just jumped up to P5, so possibly a bit of contact between those two maybe. He carries on though. Fastest lap for Baker, so the time's starting to fall. Big time.
Well, it's just between Xavier and you, and it's around that 1.2 seconds at the moment. So it's he's definitely honing in on him.
Yeah, certainly is. Yeah, but on. You're not wrong. It's going off out there. Baker, P2. Can he close that gap to the race leader? Back to Henry, sitting about 5.5 seconds off the back of Simmons. And after that early incident in the field, it's well and truly spread out at the moment. But hey, let's see the sun possibly come out, maybe dry things up. Yeah, we could see cars get onto some slick tyres, and yet I haven't seen any of them run on a dry track before the meeting. Obviously we had the rain in the practice session, so dries up.
Yep.
Whole new ball game.
That's right. It's been raining since everybody pulled them out of the trailers today, so it'll be interesting to see what happens when the track dries up and everyone gets to throw a set of slicks on it, whether that certain guys are a little bit faster than others when it dries out a little bit.
So we check out your biggest movers there. Corey Crossan, charge up 16 positions. He was amongst that early chaos as well. Luke Dilworth up 10, Honey up 9, Guptill up 8, and Mitch Haas up 7 at the moment. Robert Henry says he's going to have a go at quickest lap.
Yeah.
And nails it, a 1:41.576. So
So yes, according to obviously the results I'm looking at, the fastest lap time last week was 1:26. So we're talking 20 seconds a lap faster.
Yeah, but where was that? Last week wasn't here.
Oh no, not here. So
Yeah, I can't remember where they had the first round.
Above.
Oh, look at Baker. Baker all of a sudden. Simmons and Baker. All of a sudden, a race for the lead. And Baker. It's round the long way. He's possibly going to get it done here. Simmons, though, fighting back.
Something must have happened to Simmons to lose that lead.
they,
Slight contact between Simmons and Baker, but Baker gets the job done. I'll see if I can find anything. Doesn't look like anything obvious. Possibly just a slide for Simmons because he had a bit of a comfortable lead going on. All of a sudden, Baker jumps out front. So Simmons a 1:44.831 last time by.
yeah, well, he's going to have to deal with the spray now too. So a little bit of less visibility back behind somebody now. So he's lost his clear air. Let's see how he reacts with that.
Bit of lap traffic up in front of these guys too. 29th
As I say,
place.
is there a lightning strike off in the distance? Throw a yellow just to be safe.
Yeah, yeah. Too dangerous to carry on. Hey, track's too wet. We need. Oh,
no.
big moment for Robertson. Got it all wrong under brakes. Recovers. He'll find his way back to the track through the sand trap. Hopefully a safe rejoin. The 775 of Robertson as we see another car just going off in the background.
Quite busy. It's still through there still. The rain looks to have eased a little bit, not a lot, but
Dylan Jordan in that SVG throwback scheme. Speed Tools livery. In the part, he's got Hayden Guptill in behind him, so Hayden Guptill still having that good run in the 91. Rain's still falling. See rubbish getting spread all over the track. To have you all tuning in on this Tuesday night. Round 2 of the Gen 3 Genesis Series is another one. Just has a bit of an off-track excursion there.
almost look like the sun's trying to come through.
Yeah, so here we go. We talked about it not long ago. Sun starting to emerge. Strategy, games. What point do you change the tyres? Go to the slick tyre. Oh, a bit of a wiggle for Roloffs. Definitely not yet. The track's
Simon
still...
reporting quite a lot of damage there.
I
Yeah,
think that's just some weight reduction going on.
certainly isn't anything to do with aerodynamics, I can assure you that much.
Got a bit hot and needed to help it breathe a little bit.
Yeah, cool the engine down, you reckon?
On it straight. That's the only thing that affects Euro.
Oh, round goes Honey, almost what a save. That was a massive slide for Honey, the action. Still going off as, Dylan Jordan there. Looked like he was possibly redressing. And then,
someone off in the background.
yeah. Is that Groenwald possibly? No, I don't think it was Groenwald. And it is going off out there. Wet weather. We love a wet weather race.
Well, we were saying it was certainly going to provide a fair bit of action, and it's done that so far.
Yeah,
so.
it certainly has. Early stages to the 90-minute race. Tomo just pondering things in the background. Tomo?
Think harder, not smarter.
Just conserving that last drink, mate, making it last the distance.
I've got nothing left in the tank now for...
Oh, Baker there. Baker's had a moment, so I'd suggest a slowdown for you and Baker possibly, as we saw him.
Yeah,
Just-
drop back to third.
Yeah, cruising along there. So meantime, Henry in front. Simmons in front. Let's see if we can find out what's going on here for Baker. Yeah, looks like something. He has had a bit of a moment. Bring this up, leading the race. Here's your replay, Baker. Oh, big slide.
Yeah.
Oh, keeps it.
Oh,
Man, that was almost disaster for Baker. It looked like he just nudged the wall, carries on, but a huge moment.
wow. He did so well to save that.
Oh, massive, massive moment for Ewan Baker. That is the reason for him losing the lead, and Simmons, he happily accepts that. See the rain just easing up to different parts of the track at the moment.
I know Ewan Baker will be probably a little bit upset with himself, but yeah, it's still an hour and 12 minutes left to go. So
Yes.
let's not panic. There'll be a pit stop in there, and I'm sure he's not out of this race yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
Surely we'd see a couple of stops, I'm thinking. Oh,
Yeah.
Simmons. It's a bit of
Yeah,
a magic moment there, doing some magic tricks. Robert Henry P2. See Baker back there in P3. In fact, Henry, quickest lap of the race, 1:40.863. So he's finding his groove out there at the moment. So if he can track down Simmons, got a healthy lead at the moment. Does Simmons doing a good job?
We just need to ride on board there, Brad, with one of them and see what their vision is at the moment. See what sort of spray we're looking at out there.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's that in the background.
Oh, is that Simmons off the track? Oh,
It is.
no, Henry. So Simmons, he's made a mistake and gives the lead to Robert Henry. So a few lead changes, mistakes aplenty from some of these drivers. And it's
timing, wasn't it?
yeah, I tell you what, they get out to a comfortable lead, and just like that.
We did see that little bit of incident happening in the background there, but before that happened,
Yeah,
a couple of cars looked to be coming off the grass there.
yeah, and I think we got more off the track there. Groenwald gathers it back up, gets back on track. Gonna have a bit of rubbish to get rid of in that car. So I can just see them lighting up everywhere on my timing screen. There's so much going on at the moment. Good times, Merdens though, P6. Still.
Well, it's looking like consistency will pay off in the end for these few guys still inside that top 10.
Yeah, too right. So we have a ride on board here with Merdens. You can see the skies starting to clear up a little bit. Bit of blue sky about. But that spray, still plenty of water on the circuit and still falling as well.
Certainly be quite tough to see following in close, so that on top of a icy track and being on the edge, it's pretty tough conditions out there.
Yeah, you can just hear easing onto the gas pedal, trying not to light the rears up. Merdens, plenty going on inside the car. It's rather busy. Give you a bit of a perspective on what it's like out there at the moment. Oh, there goes Roloffs again. Finds himself off the circuit. He's currently down in P33.
One to forget tonight for him, I would have thought.
Yeah, definitely. Not much on to next week. Still hour 9 to go. But with no safety cars, no real chance of getting any laps back, to be fair. It would take a miracle, but Henry still leads the race. Simmons is starting to close that margin to him though, and Simmons is having some, interesting issues. We just saw him again do some magic tricks, so hopefully it doesn't impact on this battle that we're about to see here for the race lead. Henry. He sits in front. I think
Yeah,
he'll...
go on board there with Xavier, see what that looks like.
Can't see Henry fighting too hard. Yeah, he's going to look up the inside here. Want to force the issue this early in the race. Simmons gets it done.
He's done well to make that pass there and regain the lead of this race.
Yeah, he's got some plenty of pace on board that car. It's just been the couple of mistakes he's made that's let him down so far. But
he would have led the most laps till this point, I would have thought. Back marker there, of taking evasive action.
Yeah. Chaz Mostert by the looks of things, just getting out of the way. Corey Crossan, Ben Doherty. Tell you what, you saw Doherty get collected in that big crash earlier. He's been able to march on.
Yeah, currently P16.
I can start that if you want.
No.
Oh, Doherty half spins, contact.
So he's just got away with that.
Is Crossan. I can fire that up for you if you want. Bryce. Hopefully it doesn't come up over my screen. Excellent. It's just going to be under N's car. So anyway. Give me a minute, I'll fire that up for you.
And of course, we're approaching the sort of strategy mark of this longer format race. If you can make it to 45 minutes, you can one-stop it. However, if you're one of these guys prone to gambling, you could possibly come in now and try a two-stop pitting at this hour mark and then coming in again closer to that 30-minute mark and try and really press a tyre advantage, but I don't know how that would work with the rain going on.
Yeah,
whether or not it would clear up.
I guess I don't think we are using much fuel in the rain as they are in the dry, so maybe they've been able to fuel save quite easily to that golden lap number,
I think because they don't have any balloons in the tank, they've got access to the full 100% tank of the V8 supercars, so I don't actually know if they need to fuel to the end to begin with.
Oh right.
They're quite large tanks they have in the supercars. Couldn't see why it wouldn't last an hour and a half, so I think they're purely, if they're going to pit, it's going to be for tyres. And looking at the posts, they don't even have to pit. Pitting is optional in this 90-minute race.
Yeah, well, in 90 minutes we're...
Okay,
in 90 minutes we'll find out.
Link in the chat for anyone who wants to follow the live timing that I'm currently looking at on my other screen. Hopefully it stays up for you with no issues. Still watching Justin Davies here.
Yeah, we had a bit of a moment there.
Yeah, we've got things popping up on the screen, never mind. There we go. Have you guys still got the stream up?
Yep.
Excellent.
I've still got it.
Okay, we're sorted back into it. We can get back to where I was. Robert Henry still leading the way from Simmons. So Robert Henry's actually got back in front again.
Yeah, it's changed.
So, tell you what, it's like a yo-yo at the moment between these two. Ewan Baker, he hasn't been able to make too many inroads, so possibly did get a bit of damage.
Yeah, well, he does look to be dropping back. He's sort of 9 seconds behind these two guys here. It's dropping back now to 10 there, so yeah, probably is holding a little bit of damage and trying to just hold on as long as he can before he's going to have to stop for tyres or whatever. He's holding third at the moment, so
Don't know if you just saw that. These guys look like they are starting to search for a bit of water out there to cool these tyres. Possibly the rain's starting to ease off. Things starting to lighten up around the circuit.
Yeah, down the main straight looks to be the sun's almost out there, so yeah, hopefully that spreads to the rest of the track and we'll see another dimension added to this race.
Yeah, too right. Paul Stewart at P4. You can see B Party just in the background. A good run so far since P5, and man, you can see the sun starting to take a bit of effect around here. Murdens, he looks like he's in a bit of no man's land at the moment. Oh, here's a big moment. As we say that, Heath Mannering, he's going to be on him in no time. And all of a sudden, Murdens, there's company. Tell you what, Heath, oh, and look at that behind there. It's a battle going on in behind this lot as well. Hayden Kirk, Cam James, Craig Brock, possibly all part of that battle pack. Oh, big slide from Mannering. You see Guptill moving around as well, so these cars still...
Yeah, funny happening.
Yeah, still dancing around a lot. Jordan up to P8 now. Oh, you can just see them sliding through the corners. Craig Brock. Is that Justin Davies in between possibly, or no, that's Rob Woodworth. So lap car just up in front of Brock at the moment. Moves over, makes it nice and easy for him.
Doesn't look to be any rain through that part of the track. So
Yeah.
Then the rain starts again there for a little bit.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's how big it is. Yeah.
Certainly interesting. Well, look at the blue sky above over there. So we are. Well, hey, look, I'm hoping it dries up. It'll certainly.
Yeah, it'll definitely spice this race up. Bit of an issue there for Crossan. He's just lost the spot to Martin Waugh. Carries on.
Must be slowly becoming low tide.
Yeah. Where's Dilworth amongst all of this? Is he still out there? No. He's down pit lane P33 at the moment. Tell you what, their lap times. Yeah.
Still not afraid to mix it up, even though she's tough conditions out there. There's still plenty of passing happening, and yeah, it's good to see that it's still fairly racy, even though the conditions are pretty tough.
Tell you what, just looking at that gap again between the leaders, and Simmons had another moment out there. It's 3.5 seconds behind race leader Henry. Baker's
gaining time back up as well.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Tomo, Baker's starting to close that margin.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what, Simmons has lost a whole lot of ground here. Baker.
Looks to almost be struggling with a flat tyre there.
Don't know what is going on for Simmons.
Yeah.
Couple of, he's just blown out big time. Simmons, yeah, so he's lost it somewhere. Ben Doherty's had a big moment as well, by the looks of things. He's come unstuck out there. We'll see what's going on for Simmons. Bring up your replay. I will intend on making that full screen at some point. Let's see what's going on. Oh, Simmons, huge slide in the braking zone. So that is what has gone on. And yeah, massive chunks of time lost there. While off the track.
Slow down
Oh
penalty
no,
too.
yeah, and straight off onto the other side. So
Lost a lot of time.
Baker there too, just momentarily held up. Some busy times. Oh no, and has it gone off again possibly? for Simmons here. Contact with the tyres this time. So Simmons has just had a very rough couple of moments. Beecroft, he's caught it in the background as well. He's done exactly the same. I'll tell you what, Hayden Kirk, he's had a moment too, and just so the rain
Playing havoc.
causing absolute havoc, and it is it's what we want to see.
That's right.
So I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. These you know, it's certainly trying conditions out there, and you know, as I said, these guys are having a rough old race, but it's certainly providing the entertainment for us.
Yeah, and I tell you what, the blue sky, it's starting to clear even more, so surely not too far away from seeing a bit of
Certainly
dry
getting
track racing.
Right down there, eh? Down the bottom of the main straight there, and do we see it stop raining very shortly? Is
yeah,
you know,
just a few drops falling at the moment still through turns 1 and 2. Justin Davies at the moment.
57 minutes to go, so hopefully there's enough time there for that track to dry out.
Oh yeah, I'd say plenty. I would say plenty. We'll keep an eye on the lap times as they start to fall as well. Robert Henry's done a 1:41.754 on the last lap, and he was comfortably the quickest from Baker. Done a 1:42.997, so almost 3/4 of a second quicker. The last time by is Sun. Starting to beam through, still getting that rain falling though, so.
Yeah, certain corners of the track is still raining, and then, you know, what looks to be after the pit straight there, it seems to have stopped raining again. The sun's just about out, so.
Leith McClymont there, having a bit of a moment. It's a little bit out of shape. Recovered it nicely though. Got pressure from Davies in behind though. So if you watch the margins out front, just keep an eye on that battle.
Sitting off track there on the inside on the grass. It was.
Who was that?
Yeah, I don't know who that was, but they were just sitting off the infield there.
See Ben Doherty here. Oh, but the damage to the back of that car. Missing the rear spoiler, well, the arse end of the car to be fair, completely gone for Doherty. I'll tell you what, once that track dries out, it gets faster, that thing's going to be a handful. We'll have to, I'm going to say he hasn't used his quick repair, but you never know.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was caught up in that earlier incident or not, so.
It's Caleb Beecroft, no. Someone else was just having a bit of an off-track excursion there. You see Brad Wiggins out here in the DeWalt sponsored car. He currently sits P21. Look at that. Yeah. I can't see any rain falling through that last section of the track. So let's just see what happens over the next few laps. You get down into turn 1 and there's the odd spit falling, but nothing major. So track conditions going to change, and I would say fairly quickly. Just keep an eye on that margin.
Yeah, see a dry line there already on the track, almost showing on that inside line there. So
something's happened to Henry. Maybe he's lost about.
He's got a 7-second lead at the moment.
Yeah, he's lost almost a second though on this lap to Baker, so maybe a bit of a slide for Henry. But Baker's definitely starting to wind it up looking at those lap times. Track is starting to dry.
Yeah, it's definitely a dry line starting to form out there now, and especially down there, it was pouring with rain there the last time through there, so now it's completely stopped raining almost around the whole track, so see it dry out pretty quickly, I would imagine.
So stupid that thing's stopping like that. It's been restarted if you're keeping an eye on that lap timing.
Very little spray now coming from the back of Robert Henry's car down the main straight.
Yeah, definitely reducing, isn't it? Simmons back at P3. And he has got some work to do. He was started the race so well. Led for a long time, had a couple of off-track excursions and now finds himself 14.5 seconds off the lead, but still plenty of time to make up that margin.
Yeah, still 53 minutes to go, so plenty of time and probably a pit stop in there somewhere.
Look at the outside of that corner there, it actually looks like it's been snowing the amount of kitty litter sitting on the outside of that track.
Hail, surely.
Hail, you reckon? Oh, there you go, another moment for Simmons. So you can just see how hard he's pushing it at the moment, trying to make up the ground, but just ultimately makes another mistake, which will extend that margin again. But look at Baker, now down to under 7 seconds. Last time by, 1:42.388 for Henry, a 1:41.890 for Ewan Baker. So Baker on a charge. Oh, I tell you what, Simmons 1:41.363. Obviously this lap he's going to lose all that time, but he was the quickest again out there. So if he can hold it together, keep it on the track, you never know. He's in with a chance, possibly.
Well, you know, if we're looking at it, what are we, still 7 minutes away from the halfway point of the race. And, you know, the gamble is when do you come and put those slicks on, you know? When do you pit?
Who was that? Was that Justin Davies?
Coming out of pits.
Yeah. So that's Woodworth in. So these guys, I reckon, are getting some slick tyres on. Let's have a look at Davies here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, definitely. There you go. So Davies, he is out there on the slick tyres. Bring that up for you. In fact, there's a few. Hayden Kirk, possibly as well. Keep an eye on that timing charts there. I'm not sure what Corey Crossan out of the race. Okay, so DNFs currently. Corey Crossan, Hayden Kirk, Mason Dawson, and Luke Dilworth as Davies. Wow. Is that possibly an indication of maybe a bit too early for those slick tyres?
It'd be interesting to see how much fuel these guys have got left and these other guys before they have to start pitting. I mean, it's a telltale sign. I would have thought myself it's probably a little early to take that gamble, you know, wait for the track to dry a little bit more, and certainly while there's a fair bit of standing water around still.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You saw how much Davies was struggling there. As we see Ewan Baker, he'll be searching for some water, no doubt, to try and cool those tyres. He sits P2, but he is closing rapidly on to the back of race leader Henry.
He's taking another 2 seconds out of him now,
Yeah.
down to 5 seconds. So.
I'll tell you what, almost a whole second quicker last time by.
Wow, so yeah.
A 1:42.838 for Henry, a 1:41.860 for Baker. And were you saying earlier, Tomo, that they could possibly make it on a tank?
Well, they've got full access to 100% of their tank, and I know the supercars run a rather large tank. I know it's definitely good for more than an hour and a bit. I don't know if it's more than an hour and a half though, for certain.
Yeah, how many laps
I
have we
wouldn't
done?
put the house
Can you
on
see
that.
I can tell you we have done 24 laps so far in this race. Simmons now, he has stopped and he is going to go and see what he can do on the slick tyres. We'll have a quick check-in on him. I'm not sure he's going to be happy about this. It seems every time we go to him he has a bit of a moment, so let's just hold on here and check out Simmons.
Yeah, currently back in 11th now.
So he's a minute off the pace now. He's got that stop done though, and yeah, you can see still.
He's obviously put socks on because he looks to be struggling a wee bit. So.
Yep. So that tower, the blue one's wet. The circles.
Oh well, yeah, okay.
On dry tyres. So Gronwald as well. Davies on the slicks. Sam Waddell as well. Oh, and there you go. So Simmons, you can see, obviously is trying to come in early, try and get some of that time back possibly by getting on the slicks earlier than the rest of them. So we'll keep an eye on the lap times. Ewan Baker's still closing that margin down to race leader now under 5 seconds. So he is definitely on a mission. Baker's still doing in the 142s, so his best laps are 140.7. So that is interesting. The best lap for Simmons are 140.4. Oh, big moment. How much courage have you got on those slick tyres?
Yeah, as you see, certainly is a little bit slower to be getting, you know, these guys here are swallowing them up, so they're obviously still on their wet weather tyres. And
yeah, Leith McClymont there just gets up the inside of Simmons, gets it done. And behind Simmons now is that Mitch Haas looking for a way around the outside possibly. But Simmons here fighting back, gets into the back of McClymont there. So grip possibly starting to come in.
Yeah, it doesn't look to be too much slower. You know, it's we definitely only 1 to 2 laps away from being fast. So
look, yeah, we'll have a look this end of this lap for Simmons. What his lap time is? He's fighting back here, back up the inside of McClymont. McClymont just runs it a bit wide. Haas with a big slide. He'll take that position. Oh, there you go. Simmons just redresses that. Nice job there from Xavier. So he felt a bit of contact between the two.
He looks to get it quite loose here.
There was a massive slide from McClymont. You gotta love it. Oh, that lead now, 3.7 seconds.
Yeah, he's certainly pulling them in as the track dries out.
Oh, yeah.
Showing this class.
See what?
Yeah.
Leith McClymont out there doing a good job. P12 at the moment. Paul Stewart. He's moved up to P3 now. Oh, car around. Is that Davies possibly? Might even been Rob Woodworth. Cam Dance after that earlier crash. He's still circulating out there. Sits P24 at the moment. So while car's been falling by the wayside, he's been taking advantage of that. I'm going to say that might have been Jamie Stewart we've seen on the inside. He's since retired from the race.
Yeah, so Paul Stewart currently sitting in P3. He'll be pretty stoked with that performance so far.
Yep, he will be rather happy. Of course, a few cars have got some stops done around him, so be interesting. Top
13th place finish last week, so
for Stewart.
Yeah, for Stewart, so he'd be happy currently sitting in third.
Definitely. Baker down to the 141s on the last lap, 141.9. Simmons a 146.3, so still those slip tyres. What's Jack Gronwald doing out there at the moment? 148.5, so yeah, wet tyres definitely still the preferred option at the moment.
Certainly a dry line starting to show. The rain has stopped, and you know we can't be more than a couple more laps away from you know, we're past that halfway point now, so I guess those that are thinking that they will take tyres, it's any time from now.
Oh, moment there was that Hayden Guptill up in front. Yeah, has a bit of a moment, goes wide. Right on board with Merdens, he takes advantage of that. Moves himself now up to P6. Guptill, well, he's dropped back to P8. P9 make that. So as you can't relax, can you? As soon as you
No.
relax, you find yourself off the track. So
Yeah. Still plenty of water out there, but you know it's. I'm board here with you.
I tell you what.
Gliding away with it.
I tell you what. Last time by Xavier Simmons 1:42.828. So that crossover is happening right now. If you can keep it on the track, those dry tyres are starting to become the preferred option. Groenewald still struggling a little bit, but Simmons, he's starting to find some pace out there. Just been getting a bit of heat into those tyres. So how long now will we see before we see Henry and the likes head down pit lane?
Yeah, how much faster is he? So what was the?
I'll call it next time by.
Yeah.
At the moment,
I still reckon with 3 laps out.
yeah, at the moment it's about half a second between Henry and Simmons. Last time, the very last time by, a 1:42.230 for Henry. And for Simmons, oh, I tell a lie, Simmons faster, 1:41.168.
Yeah, so
there you go. He obviously crossed the line
Henry's just
before
about to
Henry
cross
did. Henry, in fact, a 1:41.727. But Simmons definitely quicker last time by. Ewan Baker, a 1:41.9. Jack Groenewald, he's still sitting in the 1:48, so still struggling a little bit on that slick tyre. Simmons starting to find a whole lot of pace as we get to drawing in on the 40 minutes to go. Plenty has been happening out on the circuit so far.
Yeah, it's certainly been entertaining.
Yeah, that opening incident, a huge crash for Doherty and Cam Dance, Corey Crossan and the likes. Massive. But,
Yeah, up till now, if you've just tuned in, it's been a overall a pretty wet race with plenty of entertainment, plenty of off tracks, and yeah, it's been hard to keep up with it all so far, hasn't it, Brad?
Yeah, it certainly has. 28 cars remain on the track. Started with 33, so 5 retirements. Sam Waddell, Crossan, Hayden Kirk, Mason Dawson and Luke Dilworth. Of course, Dilworth, he was on a massive charge early stages, got caught in that incident. Put an end to his run. It's James Jordan there, he was locked in a bit of a battle. Trying to find him in the timing charts. Got the old Penrite sponsored Mustang out there. James Jordan. Oh, Hayden Guptill. Hayden Guptill's having a few issues out there at the moment. Falling through the field slowly but surely, but he's stopped and out there on slicks now, so see what he can do. Robert Henry quicker than Simmons last time by. Oh, Guptill's around, just keeps it out of the tyre barrier. So still pretty treacherous on those slicks. Ewan Baker now, he's cut that lead to 2.7 seconds. And last time by, the lap times were pretty much identical for Henry and Baker.
Yeah, well, we got a lap time comparative from you and Baker and Xavier Simmons on those? Because he seems to be the fastest on the slick so far.
Simmons was slower than both of them last time by 1.1 seconds.
Wow. So yeah, still not quite there.
Yeah, it's interesting because, yeah, so last time by, again, easy. It looks like if you could get it right, the slicks are fast, but it's easy to make a mistake as well. 146.6 for Simmons last time by, so he's had a bit of a moment out there again. Jack Groenewald, hasn't even recorded a last time. B Party as well. What's he up to? He's just come out of the pits not long ago, so he's out there on slicks as well.
All right.
So it is getting awfully close to that swap over point, you know, where the slicks are going to get faster. But it's still, you get it offline a little bit and trouble.
So if B Party is the obviously the #1 car in line so far running the slicks, everyone else is still currently on wet.
Yeah, which is interesting. So Simmons, he hasn't been able to make too many inroads after those moments that he had. We'll keep an eye on their lap times as they cross the line. This time by Henry, lead cut again.
B Party certainly looks to be a little bit faster here than these cars with wets on still. So
Yeah, so 144.9 last time by for B Party. Simmons 139.9, so there you go. Like I said, when you get it right, it's fast. But judging by it, easy to make a mistake as well. We'll watch Simmons here. We'll jump on board with them. Take a lap from the helmet cam here of Xavier Simmons. Yeah, sun beaming down. No need for the
windscreen wiper anymore.
Yeah, Hayden Gupta 139.5 on the slicks. Just nice and easy out of those corners for Simmons here. Feathers the accelerator. Yeah, and even those guys on the wets down into the 140s now, but I would say slicks definitely quicker. Look at the margin at the front too. That is still closing. Ewan Baker now down to 1.3 seconds. Oh, you can see how treacherous it is still. Looks nice and dry, but Simmons still easing it on. Still a bit of spray coming off. Oh, big moment, big slide. That's going to be costly. Davies now quickest, 138.9. See what Simmons does this time by. You saw that big slide. It's still, for Simmons, a 138.7, even with that huge slide, and that's your quickest lap of the race.
So definitely it's time to change over to slicks. So you see,
2 seconds a lap quicker at the moment than the wet tyres.
Yeah, wow. That's
Henry
huge.
stays out. What does Baker do? He stays out as well. So not too worried about those guys on slicks at this stage. They'll still have a comfortable margin as there you go. Gupta 138.6, quickest lap of the race. So slick tyres, just like that, have become quicker.
Minutes. Should certainly open this race up. It should be good.
Oh, look at that, Doherty, 137.6. So Ewan Baker, he's not going to last much longer, surely. He's going to be seeing these times, hearing them through his spotter. Those guys going quicker and quicker. That last lap for Doherty was 3.2 seconds quicker than Robert Henry.
Yeah, certainly time's come down, so we'll see how quick it takes, how long it takes to get back to these guys. That the guys on slick are actually a lot faster.
Yeah, bit of an off-track moment there for Murdens, I think it was. He is surely out there on the slicks. Yes, he is.
Plenty of rubbish all over the road there.
Yeah, yeah. It's kitty litter everywhere through some of these corners.
There's virtually zero spray out of the back of these cars now, so
Yeah, and
I'm
Henry
interested.
stays out again.
Yeah, I'm really interested as to why.
Baker? Baker's in. Baker
Baker's
is in. So there you go. Undercut coming up for you and Baker.
Yep.
Keep an eye on those other guys. Last time by for Simmons, 137.8. See what he does this time by as we watch Baker down pit lane. Let's check out where Simmons is going to drop in comparison. He's still going to have quite a margin to make up after those earlier incidents.
Currently sitting in an 8th, and you know, it's the second car to be on slicks. So if he can continue to make 2 to 3 seconds a lap, and those guys are still on wet tyres,
yeah. So I feel now Henry's got no choice. He's going to have to come in this lap.
absolutely.
He will have no choice at all about it because Ewan Baker is going to be taking massive amounts of time.
If he doesn't, he'll lose the lead of the race.
Yeah, he could quite possibly do that too. If Baker gets a good lap in, out lap in. Remember those slicks, they're about 2 seconds a lap quicker.
Yeah, wow.
On average, and there you go, B Party 137.4. Last time by for Henry a 140.2. So he came in with a 1.3 second lead over Baker. If Baker gets that good out lap in, he's certainly going to jump in. Oh, yeah, he stayed out again.
Yeah.
Wow.
That could be the lead of the race.
Interesting stuff. Is
Yeah,
Henry...
Is he thinking to go the whole way to the end on the one?
Yes, I was just about to say that. Is Henry thinking he can make it to the finish? Has he got a big enough lead to remain in front? That is the question. 38 seconds over Baker, and he's probably going to be taking 3 seconds a lap out of him. Last time by for Henry, 139.5. For Simmons, 137.6. For Doherty, look at that quickest lap, 136.2. So massive gamble here for our race leader.
Yeah.
Is it going to pay off?
That's the
I mean,
only
it's
thing I
one
can
thing
think
to catch up to the back of him, but it's another thing to get past. He's still got the wet tyre. That gives him more option on where to put the car on the track. He's got the high line, he's got the low line, where cars haven't been running. So it could just be a choice of, I want them to come to me so they can try and get around me.
Yeah.
Instead of losing it in the
mistake.
lane.
Yeah, too right. Too
of.
right. I think it's way too late now to head down pit lane. The lead will be well and truly gone. Could possibly hope for still be sitting in P3, but you just watch that timing tower on the left and just look at that margin.
Yeah, B Party's just set the fastest lap of the race, so.
And what was that this time by? 136.188. Simmons up to P5. So those
the tide could come back in. It could start raining.
Yeah,
It's well and truly over for these guys on slicks.
Yeah, never say never, that's for sure. Henry, he's going to try and battle on out there. We've done 36 laps in an hour. So I'm going to get the calculator out and try and work this out.
So there'll be roughly 18 laps left to go.
Yep, roughly 18 laps. So if Baker takes, let's say he starts taking 3 seconds a lap out of it, he's going to need a 54-second lead right now to remain in front. And I can tell you this now, last time by for you and Baker, quickest lap possibly of the race, 135.925. He has gone quickest, but I'd say possibly an off track, the reason why it hasn't actually recorded as the quickest time. Switching race leader still Robert Henry. battling out there on
And
those
it's great.
wet tyres. But here we go, Baker.
It's had it all, hasn't it? This race.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, it certainly has. Just see if I can remember how to do. This stuff. Fire.
Jordan's just taking the fastest lap of the race. Oh yeah, that's cool. I like that.
There you go, your margins down the bottom there. Managed to get that one done. How good. Here we go. Last lap sectors, there you go. Now we can see how much time each sector Baker is currently taking out of Robert Henry. And I tell you what, 1.4 seconds slower does not seem right. Anyway, we'll roll with it. 1:37.492 for Baker.
Oh, you just see that time in the middle, just counting down, mate. That's all I can see. Is,
Yeah, 32
numbers just
seconds.
rolling down.
32 seconds. He's taken big amounts of time at the moment out of Robert Henry, about 2 seconds a lap. And if he remains at 2 seconds a lap, it's going to get close. It's going to get very close. Last time for Davies at 1:35.877. Paul Stewart. Looks like he's been down pit lane since P7. That changes in the background. And searching for
Yeah, a little bit of wet.
bit of cooler track temperatures. Stewart
course,
still out
still on
there
the
on the
wet side.
wets. Yeah, Martin War as well. Still out there on wets. The remaining survivors, by the looks of things, still running on the wet tyres.
Robert Henry's in the pit. Robert Henry's in the pit.
Oh, so there you go. Couldn't hold out any longer. Baker now. He is going to take the race lead. It's going to be a matter of how
Yeah, be quite dominating.
big
He'll
will
have
the
what?
gap be. Yeah, last time by, look at this. 1:34.762 for Ewan Baker. Off track there. The 22, that looked like Caleb Beecroft. Am I right there? No, yes it is. Caleb Beecroft. Has a bit of a moment.
Yeah, so Ewan Baker comes out with an 11-second lead after that.
Yeah, just like that, eh? Oh, and Henry's had a bit of a moment
Oh,
off
no, he'll be
track.
upset.
Oh, it brings on all that rubbish. Look at all of that.
Doesn't help the cause, does it? That,
No. But B Party's worked his way up to P3. And look at Simmons. Simmons P4, 10 seconds behind B Party. Can he force his way onto the podium? Of course, tonight, no post-race interviews. We'll wrap things up at the conclusion of the race tonight. Of course, don't forget, tomorrow night, NSCAR Championship, round of 10. Race 1 and that. Make sure you tune in live from Kansas.
Yeah, can't wait.
Should be an absolute ripper race that gets underway 8:05, I'm going to say, possibly 8 o'clock. Just tune in around 7:55. You can't go wrong. Race 1 of the round of 10. We're working our way close to that main championship race in 3 weeks' time, which will bring a end of season for NSCAR. Who's going to take that one out? No doubt those Sigma boys are looking to claim themselves another title. I don't know why that's still saying Robert Henry down the bottom.
That was when you were comparing the laps time. Yeah. But yeah, so you see Ewan Baker got himself a fairly hefty lead now. He's got 18 seconds on Robert Henry after his little off track there.
There we go. Got the right info up now. B Party. P3. Murden's back at P5. Fast lane guys having a fairly good run tonight, aren't they? Sit 3rd, 4th and 5th at the moment. Heath Mannering. He's had a great race. He sits P6. Well, check out your big movers out there. Simon Honey currently is your biggest mover, up 14 positions. Martin Moore up 12. Bradley Robertson up 10. Mitch Haas up 8. And Paul McKenzie, he's having a good night tonight. He's up 7. Sits P14. Fastest lap for Ewan Baker. Oh, Heath Mannering. This runs it right. Oh, he pulls it up just. It's back on track, loses a couple of spots there. Paul Stewart goes through that like Eric Roloffs as well. Lap down, but Robert Henry, quickest lap of the race, 1:34.036. 22 minutes left in the race. And could we see tyre wear come into it? That's the next thing. I think with spray still out there, surely not.
I mean, less than halfway to go, of course, and they're all off their wets, most of them now. And
oh, no, Roloffs, Mannering, make a bit of contact. Wow.
Yeah, certainly struggling with conditions. Still, obviously, fairly slippery out there. So
even with the spray, though, it is a heavy tyre wear circuit, a higher deck
very
circuit
high.
at the moment.
Yeah, so that's something to keep an eye on too, because at the moment, Robert Henry is on a huge charge. Just keep an eye on that margin, see if he can make some inroads into Ewan Baker's lead. It's just decided to stay out longer. Check out how much longer these guys have been. So yeah, it's only 5 laps to be fair between Baker and Henry's tyres. Not a whole lot. Simmons on the other hand, 17 laps he's been out there on those slicks. But he did have all sorts of trouble at the start. Cam James, yeah, in that Bottle-O livery, he currently sits P9. Number 99, he's having a good run tonight. And man, with this weather, this race has absolutely flown by.
yeah, it has. You know, obviously, can't imagine being in the driver's seat would have been terribly easy tonight. So they've, you know, I'm sure these guys will be probably pretty happy when it's over too.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. You are not wrong. Mitch Haasey's done a great job. He sits P10 at the moment. That Monster Energy livery. On board that car. Dylan Jordan and James Jordan, 11th and 12th at the moment. I tell you what, 9 cars left on the lead lap. So that's just how much has gone on out there.
That's right. I was going to say, we've certainly seen, you know, a fair bit of carnage, lots of off tracks, quite a few guys spinning out, and of course that big one at the beginning of the race.
A few more, a couple more retirements. Hayden Guptill, Cam Dance have called it a night. Now, I honestly do not get that live timing. It crashed earlier, but since then it's stayed up. So no idea what's going on with that. We will roll with it. Ewan Baker, comfortable lead out there after all the pit stops unfolded.
Yeah, it's been about 2 or 3 laps, and Robert Henry hasn't made any inroads. He's still sitting, you know, between 17.5 and 18 seconds behind, so it's certainly settled down out there. And if Ewan Baker doesn't do anything terribly crazy from here. We might something put the curse on him, but hopefully.
Yeah. Put the big jinx on. Right on board here with Ben Doherty. Yeah, conditions are a whole lot better than what we saw in the first part of this race, well, the majority of this race.
Yeah.
Drying out, things no doubt a bit easier out there for them. Doherty sits P16. Car obviously did not use his quick repair because he's come out looking a whole lot straighter after his stop. He is 2 laps down at the moment though, so 16th down, 2 laps down. Cam James has just been put a lap down as well, so that leaves 8 cars now on the lead lap. Paul Stewart probably not too far away from Ewan Baker. Everyone's currently about sitting in the 135s out there.
Yeah, so it's that another 6 seconds up the road, and then obviously Paul Stewart will be in front of Ewan Baker there. So
Groenwald has just
left, but look.
left climb on down pit lane as well, so possibly now just 24 cars on the lead lap. You still see a little bit of spray every now and then, don't you, coming out from the back of these cars?
There's a little bit, yeah, still a bit of water there.
So not quite 100% dry on all parts of the circuit. Plenty of grip on offer. The driver's Caleb Beecroft, he's had one to forget. And the wet sits P21 at the moment. But it is Ewan Baker, familiar sight, leading the way.
A big off in the background.
Yeah, did he keep it on?
Oh,
That was Cam James, I think. Yeah.
Just the spray. I thought the spray was tyre smoke, but
These guys exchanging positions.
yeah, looks like a good battle.
Racing for 8th and 9th at the moment. We've got a lap car in amongst it as well. Just figure out who is running that car.
Off in the background.
The Chaz Moss, the one. Oh, Jordan Moss. That car has some heavy damage. Plenty of war wounds amongst the field out there currently. So, well, does this shake up the points? Not a lot, to be fair. Ewan Baker came into tonight leading. He's going to leave leading as well at this rate.
Yeah, Robert Henry, 2nd place. He's going to do the same. He's going to have another 2nd place. And Xavier Simmons, I mean, he's got a bit of time still, but it'd be interesting to see whether he can pull that 16 seconds in down on B Party there.
Yeah,
and then it's going to be tough to do.
Yeah, on the older tyres, of course. With the higher tyre dig around here, certainly.
Yeah, tough ask. Yeah, for sure.
Simon Honey heads down pit lane. And is he... No, he's on slick, so he's just coming in for another stop. There's still 2 cars out there on wet tyres at the moment. One of those is Martin War. The other...
drive through Simon Honey, so he's...
yeah, there you go.
Rejoined there. He's obviously exceeded his limits and his naughty boy crosses and to super drive through.
So this is the other one that's out there on the wet, still Paul Stewart. So obviously deciding that he can go the distance on the fuel. He's just going to run to the end like that. There goes that Chaz Mostert car again. See if we can pick up a number on that car. It's must be. It's Jamie Stewart. There you go. So he's 3 laps down at the moment. Jamie Stewart in P19. 6 cars left on the lead lap. Ewan Baker complete domination towards the back end of this race. And just check out that spray. How good would a bit of late rain be just to mix it up again? Murden's down pit lane. He's getting another set of tyres on that car. Gonna throw everything at it.
Well, Henry's managed to take 2 seconds out of Ewan, but it's not going to be enough. Obviously, that's over the last 4 laps. So
Yeah, he's currently going about 3/4 of a second quicker
yeah,
than
yeah.
Baker.
So not quite enough to get the whole 14 seconds. As we're coming in with 13 minutes left to go. So
B parties in the pits.
B party in pit lane, so they're gonna must have to stop again, eh?
yeah, that's
Um,
great.
Just keep an eye on B party. Actually, the jack's
Obviously,
gone up.
Xavier Simmons has dropped back to 9th again. So
Simmons is gone.
yeah, back down. Well, he's and
Yeah,
9th.
he's gone.
Obviously.
He's
He's
gone.
pitted.
He's gone.
is he?
Gone. He's gone. So
He's left.
those
Oh, wow.
earlier issues that we saw possibly have dropped him
Is
out.
Has he had a crash or anything in the last lap or so?
Oh, you got taken out, Xavier. Ah, okay, there you go. He's in the chat right there. So, when you're not
That's a
watching-
shame.
Yeah, it's a great run. Saw that.
With that early stuff that happened in the race, to fight his way back up there too, and then to
Oh, you got a black flag, Xavier. There you go. So, off track, driving slowly. Okay, lap car lost it. No malice involved. There you go for Simmons. So that you cleared your black flag for some reason. So Murdens has had a moment out there as well. He's pushing on no P11 for Josh Murdens. So like Cam James, he is he's certainly putting in a good shift out there. Heath Mannering now top 5. It's going to be your last car on the lead lap at the moment. Smoke up in front of him. So now it's having
with all these
moment.
guys stopping again, are we having to have 2 stops or?
Yeah, well, got it in that B party short fueled, so that was probably a mistake down pit lane.
Yeah.
He's actually brought it back out of P3, so
He's done very well.
yeah, they didn't lose any positions with that. But Craig Brock set him in behind. Question is, did B party take tyres in that stop? Last stop, he was in the box for 17 seconds. So
Oh yeah, I guess could do.
keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on his lap times last time. We'll see his out lap. But Ewan Baker's now starting to drop off quite a lot. 1:36.5 last time by. 1.5 seconds slower than Robert Henry. Whether he had a bit of lap traffic to deal with. Possibly the reason for that. So that margin now under 12 seconds. Problem is, there's only 10 minutes to go. Just under 10 minutes.
Could he be saving fuel here so he doesn't have to pit again like these other guys? I suppose
yeah.
Robert Henry. Yeah, I don't know. Or could the tyres be a bit of an issue now?
There you go. Confirmation from Xavier that B party did take tyres, so he's going to have some good pace out there. So be looking to lock in that 3rd place finish at the moment. 1:34.864 last time by. So that is quicker than both the cars up in front of him, but a long way back from our race leader at the moment.
Henry certainly looks to be pulling in Baker,
Yeah.
so yeah, Interesting
Yeah.
finish to this race.
Oh, someone off the track in the background. That looked like that was Jamie Stewart. I think.
Yeah, I suppose late markers here will be certainly
Costly.
slowing up Henry. Yeah.
Yeah, very costly as he goes. Well, there's Jamie Stewart there, in fact. No, that was Bradley Robertson. Was in the front of that car. So that race, yeah, that margin just, it's going to be interesting, the closing stages here. Last time by is about half a second quicker, but we did see Henry had a bit of lap traffic to contend with.
Got some more up ahead, so.
Oh, big moment. James Jordan there off the track. Is it all wrong? Oh, you see the damage to that front of that car.
He's blowing a bit of smoke now too, by the looks of it.
Yeah, bit of brotherly love going on there perhaps for James Jordan. Justin Davies sits back P12. And I think everyone out there's had a moment in this race.
Yeah, most of it's been live on camera too,
Yeah,
thankfully.
it's Davies, as we say it. Has his moment in the sun.
For the camera.
Yeah. Yeah. Heath Mannering, your last car on the lead lap in 5th place, but race leader Baker, he's not going to be too far behind him. And Ewan Baker,
Stretched the lead again.
yeah,
So, yeah.
he's obviously just doing what he needs to do to get it home, and responds on the last lap with a 134.261. Robert
Yeah,
Henry 134.6. So obviously Baker just saying, hey, if I need to, I've still got plenty of pace underneath. So, oh, moment there for Mannering. He goes off track. Oh, comes across the front of the race leader. Now we're left with 4 cars on the lead lap. Craig Brock.
Pretty lucky not to get intertwined with Ewan Baker there and cause a bit of a catastrophe.
Yeah, too right. Yeah, that's. I'll tell you what, a great run from Brock tonight, sitting P4. He's got B Party about 5 seconds up the road in front of him, who out on those fresher tyres. Still plenty of spray out there as well, which has been fine for quite some time now. So
Yeah, I think the certainly a dry line through all the corners and that. Straight bit of spray.
So that margin, 11.3 seconds now for our race leader, Ewan Baker. Just over 5 minutes to go in this 90-minute endurance race. We have had everything tonight. It's been a dream outcome for the commentators, I can tell you that much. Nothing like a wet start and a dry finish.
Sure has.
Plenty of
action,
strategy,
yeah.
plenty of action early in the wet, and yeah, that crossover stage from the slicks to the wets. Saw,
It's interesting to see those guys that ran a little longer. They managed to get quite a bit more of a benefit out of it. You know, some of those front guys that switched over to slicks early, they were hurt a little bit, but then it came right for them later.
yeah, it would have been interesting to see what would have happened if Baker and Henry came down pit lane at the same time. But Henry, I think for a moment there, thought he could possibly gamble running the wets to the end, but was losing.
There's a fair bit of rain on the camera. See the rain?
Oh, how good would that be? I tell you, there's still 2 cars out there on wets, believe it or not, Paul Stewart. And yeah, there you go. I just see a bit of rain starting to fall.
Yeah.
Tides come back in.
Yeah, just like that. I tell you what, get amongst it. Is it going to be enough to change anything on the surface? We'll see how heavy it gets. I think
About 2 laps, 2.5 laps to go.
Yeah, I think with the time left, they possibly are going to get away with it. I think As we see this side of the side. Yeah, dry, wet, let's see. You love it.
Yeah,
Great
gotta love
outcome.
it.
Like I said earlier, I asked Ben prior to the race what our chances of rain tonight, and he said a slight chance. I had a look at the forecast and he wasn't wrong. It was very, very low chance of rain, and well, here we are. Rain starting to fall again at the moment. Henry and Baker still in the 134s.
Well, Baker will be happy. Another solid performance from him tonight. Extend his lead in the championship, and then Henry with another second. He'll be happy as well. So
Triple
yeah.
points this round as well.
Double points? Okay, so
triple.
That's, oh, triple.
yeah.
So there's certainly a race worth winning, isn't it? Oh, Woodworth there, just lets the race leader go by. Doesn't want anything to do with that. So how good has it been, this race? Of course, Virtual Racing Aotearoa kicked off their Porsche Carrera Cup Championship last night too, running on the Monday night. If you want to get amongst that, get amongst their socials on Facebook, get some information. Of course, if you want to get a part of the Supercar Series, hit up Kiwi Sim Racing on their Facebook page. Plenty of information on how to get involved. Get out there in the field for the next round next Tuesday night. Enscar tomorrow night. Counting down to the big championship race. Race 1 of the round of 10. We'll be live from around 7:55 for that one. Make sure you tune in. It's when everything counts.
Yeah, countdown here with a minute 45 to go.
Yeah, so we're gonna get
last lap this time by.
Yeah, last lap for Baker when he crosses the line. So we're certainly that longer qualifying session. What are we now? 10:04. We're meant to scheduled for an 8:30 start, so won't be too bad finishing up tonight. But Baker looks like he is going to get it done. 1 to go. The rain spray is kicking up, but nothing too major at this stage. Just going to keep it on the track. One more lap around for Baker. So he's just put Craig Brock a lap down. That gives us just 3 cars left on the lead lap, and it's going to be your podium drivers of Henry and Partridge. I'll be happy with their efforts today.
Yeah, very impressive. I'd go as far as to say almost everyone else in the field other than those top 3. Not that they're, taking anything away from their performance, but a lot of the other guys have all had some issues and been off track and what have you. So, yeah, it's an outstanding effort from you and Baker and Henry and B Party though to dominantly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
When you look at 12 by the looks retirements tonight. The survivors out there at the moment.
Time ticks away to 0, so this will be the checkered flag this time by for you and Baker to.
Oh, bit of a wiggle, so it shows that things starting to get a bit treacherous out there. Still got to be paying
6
attention.
laps away from a classic for sure.
Look at that, another massive slide, but it's going to be round the final corner for Ewan Baker.
Well done, solid performance, man. I think.
Yeah, that's a great drive. Headlights flashing. Baker gets it done. He'll take out the 90-minute endurance race for the Gen 3 Genesis Series. Brought to you by Kiwi Sim Racing. P2 for Robert Henry. It's been a great run for him today. Gets it home on the podium, and of course rounding out the podium Fast Lane Esports is going to be B Party, Brendan Partridge.
Solid performance from
Yeah,
him tonight.
Plenty,
See him up there.
plenty thrown at him tonight.
Yeah.
Who set that up? I tell you what, whoever set it up, we need to keep them on ball because, mate, what a race. Wet at the start. Then the sun came out, dried out, and then real late moisture falling. Get amongst that. One of the great races.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Plenty of action throughout the race. Yeah, just check that margin back to B Party.
Yeah,
Oh,
1 minute 23, just coming around now to take the checkered flag.
Well, I tell you what, that is gonna round out this 90-minute endurance race. B Party claiming that final podium position. Yeah, definitely, yeah, you're not wrong there. Pace to qualify well. Get yourself out of that spray as B Party lights it up, celebrates that podium finish.
He'll be right with that.
Yeah, shows how happy he is about that one. But well, I tell you what, no interviews tonight, lads. A late one. We're going to wrap things up here from Phillip Island. Big thanks to everyone who tuned in throughout the night. Good to have some supercar racing action back on THD Sport Productions. Thoroughly enjoyable.
Certainly provided the entertainment for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Big thanks to you, Dion, and of course Tomo for joining me in the comms box tonight. Don't forget Ends Car tomorrow night. Make sure you do tune in for that one. Again, big shout out to everyone who tuned in tonight's stream. And we will catch you all live tomorrow night from 7:55 from Kansas Speedway for round 12 of the Ends Car Championship. Until